Yo, what's going on, world? Yo, what's happening, world? We gonna get this thing situated. We keep running into these issues. I don't know why. Um, but hopefully, there we go. There we go. Business. Woo, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Well, thank you for waking up, brother.
I didn't know because I was sitting there on the last one and I didn't know I was in.
No, you definitely in, brother. You in.
So
You, you know the crazy part is your guy, man.
he just
Yeah.
called.
Oh, I know. I just saw him. But anyway, I'm not sure what he's doing. I sent him the link again for the fifth time. You know how this thing is, man. You know everybody is going to do what they want to do anyway. So let's get into it then. You said, which is something I thought. Okay, let me ask you this question real quick before we start that. Do you think Magic Johnson could have played in today's game?
Can he play in today's game? I'm gonna
Yes.
say yes. He could play in today's game. Would he be as effective as he was back in his era? I'm gonna say no. To me,
Okay.
I don't think Matt Johnson was all that. He's a great passer. I give him that. He couldn't really shoot to me. I mean, he wasn't athletic. And, I mean, he was he was good for his time, but against these guards and shit today, no, he'll have to probably be like a small forward. I don't think he'd be running point guard, as I would for say as of right now. I don't think he'd be running point guard like he did back in the day, just because you gotta have a better jumper nowadays, as we see. But I think he can still play in this era. I don't think he'll been the Magic Johnson MVP Magic Johnson, but yeah, he could definitely play in this era.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of agree with you. Um, in regards to that because I don't. I think the players nowadays are way too athletic as opposed to the guards back in the day. And it's weird because you would think that him being 6'9" would have an advantage, and he might to a certain degree, but I don't think that he's fast enough to keep up with those guards of today. Like even the slowest guard, let's say Chris Paul, you don't think that Chris Paul can outmaneuver Magic to get to the hole?
Yeah, especially in his um in his prime. Chris Paul in his prime versus Magic in his prime is different.
Right. I would definitely go with Chris Paul in his prime. No, granted, Magic is big and physical, and I'm not going to dispute that. But I just don't think in today's game, as athletic as these guards are, even the worst athletic guard in the NBA is probably still better than Magic was back in his day, because he wasn't fast enough. But okay, let's do it. Let's just switch it real quick. What team could you put Magic Johnson on where he would be just effective yesterday as he would be today?
I have to say someone like who already got a good team. It
Right.
have to be someone like Milwaukee Bucks. You know what I'm saying? Because you got runners with Giannis and you got shooters on the wing and you got a big person like Lopez. You know what I mean? It's pretty much the same thing he had back in the day. You know, I don't think like a Golden State wouldn't fit him
No, not at all.
because he can't really shoot. I don't even think maybe I don't even think a Phoenix would suit him good. You know, it's just I don't know.
I think. I'm trying to think how to put this.
Come
Is
Love you too, baby. GPS said he backstage.
no, he's not coming in. Well, anyway, so now let's get into our question. I don't think there's a lot of teams that he would be actually helpful for. But anyway, now let's get into our top 5 2010 destinations where not destinations, but teams that you think are the most disappointing.
All right.
I want to hear your teams first.
Man. So one of my teams that, and this is why I'm saying at this point, because I really liked them a lot. And they had a squad. The 02 Portland Trailblazers. Damon Stoudemire, Rasheed Wallace, Scotty, you had Detlef Schrempf, you had Bonzi Wells, you had Ruben Patterson, you had, just a squad all the way down. You had Stacey Augmon. you had a lot of good, role players and good talent on that squad.
Right.
And you had Brian Grant too. Man, that squad was deep.
They were. And I think I want to even say Steve Smith was on that team too.
Steve Smith, yep.
That was I can't even disagree with you. I cannot disagree with you at all.
Man, they had so much talent, and I just don't see how they couldn't win. But we know what happened, but you know what I mean?
Right.
They should have won with that roster, multiple chips.
Yes, easily.
They were loaded from top to bottom.
They literally had a starting 5 coming off the bench.
They had Zach Randolph on the bench. They had Jermaine O'Neal on the bench.
A literal starting 5 on the bench. That team was crazy. One of the best teams I've ever seen play coming off. What literally can have a starting 5 play somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Then who was it? The Phoenix Suns, the 03 Suns, I think it was.
Derek Fisher shot?
Yeah. Because they had a squad too. They had Jimmy Jackson on there. They had Steve Nash, Quentin Richardson. They had The Matrix. They had Stoudemire. They were deep too. They had shooters. That's when they was playing that run and gun ball, blowing through people.
Yes.
Blowing through people.
So right now, I agree with you wholeheartedly with everything you've said so far.
I just love that Sun squad too. I used to play with them on 2K just because they, was a fast up and down pace team.
Right.
And what was it, the 03 Kings?
02, I think. You talking about
02, 03? With Mike Bibby, Peja, Turkoglu, Weber.
Whatever the opposite year of the Blazers. So whatever year the Blazers was on.
The Blazers was 01, 02, and I think they were 02, 03.
Got you. Okay, I remember it was 1 year off because I always felt that the Lakers should have lost that series to the Kings and to the Portland Trail Blazers. Like they literally was shafted twice, in my opinion, from winning the championship.
Yeah. Because that squad, they were deep too. You know what I'm saying? They had Bobby Jackson going off the bench. I heard someone pose a question. They saying that could that team beat the Warriors when they had KD? Because they were saying if you look at it, they're basically the same team. He said this was Mike Bibby was killing. You had Peja Stojakovic, shooter. You had Hedo Turkoglu, shooters. You had Bobby Jackson was the 6th man of the year. Then you had Weber. Then you had Vlade Divac, and then you had Scott Pollard coming off the bench too, as a backup center. And you had Doug Christie as your defense too.
Christie, yep. Whew.
That squad was, man.
I think they would. The only reason I don't think they could keep up with Golden State was because of the amount of 3-pointers they shoot. Other than that, actually, I wouldn't even say that, honestly, because Stojakovic could put them jokers up. Him and Turkoglu.
And Hedo. And Mike Bibby. They had some shooters, too.
They definitely did. Yeah, you're right. That would be that's a good game.
That's what I heard that question. Someone posed it. I was like, damn. When he started naming the people that they had on there, I was like, damn, you're right. They did have a squad like that. They were deep, and every position kind of matches up good with them too.
Right. Because if you put now, granted, Turkoglu is not going to be as fast as Kevin Durant, but he got him in the size department. Turkey Lou could throw that weight on him. So I think that'd be a little bit of a problem for Durant. But I think that would be a good matchup to see.
Mm-hmm. And then I think they had like what was it, Corliss Williams too?
Yeah.
All the bench shoot. They were nice.
Brian Grant was on that team too, I think.
Yep. Sure was.
Man.
And my other squad was 06, 07 Houston. T-Mac, Yao, Dikembe. Because, man, they had Luther Head, Rayford Alston and shit. That was my little squad. Shea Battier. Because T-Mac was unstoppable. He used to fuck the Spurs up.
Literally.
By himself.
Yes. Like, this dude single-handedly could do that. That was crazy.
Yeah. That was my guy right there, Mac. I just wish, like, they had more deep playoff runs.
But you got to think, though, for a long time, T-Mac couldn't even get out the first round.
Yeah.
For like 7 years, he couldn't get out the first round, which was strange, but he couldn't get out of there for some odd reason.
I mean, it was just him by himself.
He played with Yao for like, what, a year or so, right?
Yeah, but even before that, when he was in Orlando, he couldn't get out the first round.
Well, he couldn't get out the first round for like 6 or 7 years when he was in Orlando, I want to say.
Yeah, they was struggling.
Yeah.
And then what was my last one was, I think it was the 08-09 Nuggets. When they had
Melo and Iverson.
Melo, Chauncey, Iverson, J.R. Smith, Kenyon Martin, Birdman.
You talk about stacked? You talk about a stacked team?
Yeah.
That Denver team wasn't supposed to lose nothing but a championship. Like, I don't know how they couldn't get out of that. Was, I think, the second round, because they never even made it to a conference finals. Like, how a team that stacked and couldn't get to a conference finals?
Kobe Bryant.
Oh, see, that's different.
Remember he said that shit? He said, man, after George Carlin played me in that fourth quarter of the All-Star game, I said, all right, y'all never beat me in the playoff series. And it happened. Every time they went up against them, they couldn't get past them. Kobe, keep their ass alive. Man, Kobe. He's hard to stop, man.
He ain't lying. Yeah, not lying. And I think the thing that's so crazy about it is that when you really think about how good Kobe Bryant was and his impact on the game of basketball, it's not even funny, man, because that dude was like a certified animal, and nobody could literally like keep up with him. And so it's weird because you would think that, all right, well, somebody gonna get him, but nobody ever got him.
Yeah. His work ethic was like unmatched.
It really was. And that's the crazy part. And I think the only team that, I mean, the team I want to really add is the, even though I know it was in 2010, was the Clippers. The 09, I think 10 Clippers. When they had, I don't even want to talk about it, because that hurt me to my heart, how disappointing that team was. That team was severely underachieved. But it goes back to my point that I always was saying.
Which one are you talking about? The one Chris
Lob
Paul?
City. Yes, Lob City.
Oh,
Like, hurt it was like clockwork. Either him, then it was Blake Griffin, then it was who was the other person? It was like every year.
GPS is trying to get in.
Huh?
GPS is trying to get in.
Okay. I got issues. I got
favorite dude.
Yeah, I don't have room. Tell them to go to the link in the post. Hold on.
Yo,
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can't see you though.
What's going on, fellas? I got my camera off.
Oh, okay. Just want to
I'll turn it on real quick. You feel me?
you know what I'm saying? We're going butt naked, brother.
You said what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Hold on, man. Give me a minute. Let me get something.
Come on, man. This guy.
He
here.
says he's backstage.
What the hell? Tell him to go to the link. I sent him the link is in the chat.
Yeah, but he's already in. He says you have to let him in.
I can't let him in because he ain't there. Hold on. I don't have him. I had issues pop up. Tell him to go to the link. Tell him to go back in. No, tell him, matter of fact, tell him to go to StreamYard and if he click the link at the bottom, he can come right in. That's why I posted the link. Hold on. I know what I'm gonna do. Hold on.
I told him to leave and come back in because that's what I did. Because I was backstage too. I think he's in the old one.
Okay, good. All right. Well, if he can't get in after this, I'm gonna just send him the link again. But the link is so I figured he could just click onto the link, but we'll
He
try.
said he just clicked on a new one. He's
Okay, cool. That's probably why he's still backstage.
no, I'm saying he just clicked on a new one.
And he still couldn't get in?
He said he's there. You can't see him? Oh. Well, send it again to him.
All right.
He says, he's showing you're backstage waiting on the host.
All right. Tell him I just sent the link in the chat. So he should be good to go now. But anyway, the only team that I think that I personally think was the Clippers mob. They could never win anything, and I couldn't understand why. And then it dawned on me, who was the coach of the team?
Doc. But you know, the other Clipper squad that was nice though, when they had Lamar Odom, all them.
Lamar Odom, the Goods, Corey Maggette, Quentin Richardson. Who else was on that team? Darius Miles,
Elton Brand.
Yes, that team was a very.
Sean Livingston.
Who?
Sean Livingston. They had a squad. Yo,
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel bad because like they were young.
Yep.
And I'm sure they was probably wilding out down there in LA. You get these dudes cash, they on TV every night. You know what I'm saying? Like they was wilding out. I know they were, and they was like, "Yo, we got to stop this."
Hell of y'all.
Yeah, we got to stop this because that team. If you'd have kept that team together, because remember they traded, because Lamar Odom was in Miami at first, and they had traded somebody traded for Lamar Odom. I think. Was it? It wasn't. It was Karan. Was it Karan Butler? No, it wasn't Karan Butler.
Yeah, it was.
It was Karan Butler, right?
Karan Butler was in Miami.
Right, he was.
And he went to, because he left Washington and went to Miami, right?
I think so. I want to say so. I'm trying to remember who did he give up for him. Well, anyway, hold on. This might be him right here. About time. Dang.
What's up, fellas?
Stevie J.
You tell us.
The last one you sent down worked. The other two didn't, man.
Huh?
The last link you sent worked. The other two didn't.
Is that what?
Nigga said Stevie J. You tell us.
What they done?
Oh shit. Oh man. But I'm reading this right here, top disappointing that the Sacramento team was the one, man. That was the team, like, man, they should have won.
We named
Hey,
that one.
But is it disappointing if they got cheated though?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Them refs cheated them niggas.
Right.
made it. I mean, we all know they cheated, but they still never made anything after that either, though.
Yeah. Hey, Don, who you talking about? I heard y'all talking about Butler in Miami.
How did Lamar Odom get to the Clippers? Was he
I
drafted?
don't know how he went to the Clippers, but you know
He
when
was
Shaq
drafted
came
to the Clippers.
When Shaq came to Orlando, to Miami, Karan and Odom got traded to the Lakers then.
Right, but we talking about when Lamar was with the Clippers.
That
He
was
got
after
drafted
that.
by the Clippers.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, he was definitely drafted by him.
okay, cool. All right, that's what I was trying to figure out. I wasn't sure if he got drafted or he got traded. I know he went to Miami because the squad was, I don't know if y'all remember this. Caron Butler, Lamar Odom, and Dwayne Wade all at the same time.
Mhm.
And didn't they have Gary Payton too?
No, I think he was out there.
It was there.
White Chocolate did. They had one of them.
White chocolate came.
In there. Yeah, he might have been there. But I don't think it was Gary Payton though. Because
Okay.
remember, Gary Payton played with just Dwayne Wade and he got that chip. He snuck it out.
He got the shit with Shaq.
Yeah, he snuck it out
They
there. Real,
waited Shaq.
yeah. All right, but Rome, you got anything to add to this one?
Which teams y'all pick so far?
I did that Portland team 0102.
Right.
The one that
Yeah.
Pippen, one with Pippen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got cheated too though.
yeah.
That Rankers team was nice too with Barkley and them.
Oh yeah.
Well,
They were just old though. They were just too old.
Right.
Yeah.
and then Sean put the Kings in there, the 0203 Kings.
I agree with both of those.
I gave the Clippers. Don't matter. They Lob City never won.
Yeah, Lob City won. And Denver with when they had Iverson, Chauncey, JR, Birdman,
That squad was crazy.
Yeah.
Kenyon Martin.
That squad was crazy.
What was old dude with the dreads? The black dude.
Fareed.
No,
The center. No, he was a center.
Brian Grant.
No.
Dude with the dreads.
It might have been Grant. Did he
He
come out?
was like from Africa or some shit. He had like an African name. Najee, not what the fuck? Muhammad, not.
Not saying Muhammad.
I thought,
Nah,
I thought
this
Fareed
dude
was on that team, bro.
He was nice
No, Fareed
before he
was-
got hurt.
Huh?
He had dreads.
Hold on,
He
what
was
team? you
big,
said?
dark skinned. Let me look him up. He was nice before he got hurt. He was with Denver.
Was he licensed?
No, he a dark skinned dude.
Okay.
And you saying it's not for Reed?
No, it wasn't Fareed. He's bigger than him.
I thought Fareed was on that squad.
Nay,
Nay.
Huh?
nay. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nene.
Nene. Yeah, Nene. Yeah. Yup.
Yeah, he was definitely gonna give you the business.
They had a squad.
They did. That Denver.
They had a squad.
And then we said the Rockets when they had T Mac,
Yeah, and y'all.
Yao,
Yeah. Okay.
Shane Battier, and all them.
Yeah.
Now
And
remember
then
the 20 from 2000 to 2010. I just included the Clippers because they should be in there. But I mean, if you got a team or another squad, let me know. And well, you could just speak on.
What about the Magic? The Magic with Dwight Howard and them.
yep, man.
Yeah,
That was a squad.
Jameer Nelson, Hedo Turkoglu, fucking Dwight. They had what's the little fast
Rashad
dude?
Lewis.
Jameer Nelson.
Yeah, Rashad Lewis. Oh man.
Yeah, but I agree with y'all. The Portland and Sacramento was both my teams. Although I felt
Those are like everybody agree with that one. That one, them teams was they should have won. But the Lakers stopped it.
Yeah, and then we said the Phoenix Suns too when
Hold
they
on.
had Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, who stopped all of that?
the referees.
No, who stopped
Shit.
all that? Sean?
Kobe.
Kobe
Kobe
plus-
did.
Hold on. How that white do it, Sean?
Huh?
The white dude.
Hey, so
Yeah.
so speaking on that though, Sean, right? How y'all feel since we all agree that the ref cheated them, right? How you feel that as dominant as Kobe and Shaq was, that they truly only won one ring together?
There's nothing you could do. Like I'm
I
not going.
mean, we can sit here and say that about just about every game. Iverson should have won more rings if you just talk
No,
about
what
like
I'm
that.
saying, like, but it was clearly like they was clearly cheated though. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do y'all feel like knowing that? I mean, it's different. Like if it was just really they beat them, but to for all us to agree that they was all cheated, and Kobe and Shaq to be the dynamic duo that they supposed to be. How do y'all feel about that as far as like with them only having one true ring that they won?
Okay, I'm gonna say this. You gotta look at it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
You can't go back and change it no matter what, how we disagree with it. As much as we want to disagree with it, it's still what it is. And I do think that they were cheated both times.
Gotcha.
But same token, it's nothing like you can't change the history books about it.
Right,
So
right.
they always had
And I
that.
always thought that Portland team was better anyway.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Hands down, that team was better. But
Right.
you gotta remember, all this stuff that was going on with Portland during that time, they did not want to have them to be the world champions.
Right.
And the verbal image that they had up there in Portland, they was
Right.
not going to let that happen.
Right. I think
Yeah, it's
Josh
called them the
trying to-
Jailblazers. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think Josh trying to go back and play for those Trailblazers right now. He trying
John's tripping.
Hold on. We're going to get to that. We're going to get
Okay.
to that. Don't worry about it. All right, so look, right now. So now I was like thinking about this, right? So what y'all think about what's going on with Russ and the Clippers? You think it's all his fault? Or do you think it's the Clippers just not?
Let's not talk about this.
man, y'all been going in, man.
Hey, we got to talk about it.
Oh man, Russ. Oh man.
It ain't Russ's fault.
Hey,
It definitely ain't just
Russ,
his fault.
look, the game last night was Russ's fault. That was Russ. Russ, he scored, but he caused in the game.
hey, Sean. Since where y'all been going in, I'm finna do like T.O. I'm finna get my popcorn ready, man. Y'all been going in.
Man, I mean, man, Sean, that's niggas. I love the dude, but man, me and him, we just don't see eye to eye with basketball. I don't take nothing that dude say personal. It's funny to me.
Hey, Issue, I ain't gonna lie, brother. It feels good not being the only one, man. I get to sit back and laugh now instead of being the one.
That's what I'm saying. Me and you see basketball different from them. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say that what they watch is different. You know what I'm saying? But I see basketball different
Right,
than they do. You know what I'm saying?
right. I agree.
They and I'm not saying that anything they say is not true or whatever, but whenever they're talking about like this scores and all this bullshit,
Right.
that's not impressive to me.
So what is impressive? I keep asking you what's impressive. You ain't said what's impressive.
Like I already done said it several times.
Okay,
A
so
player in it, like when the game matters. Okay, let me say, hold on. When the game matters, a guy like, let's say, for instance, let's use Kobe. The game matters. He take over at the end of MJ had that same instincts too. I'll give him that. He'll take over when it matters in a big time game. We're not talking about a regular season game.
Okay, now stop. Damian Lillard.
Okay, go.
Did he send Paul George home in a big time game?
I'm
They
not
take
saying
over the game.
that. No. Sean, you're right. I'm not saying that. Damian Lillard had an amazing game. I'm not saying that shit was not
In a
dope. It
playoff
was dope.
series, a game 7, how bigger can you get
That's-
besides the championship?
Did I say Dame was trash or anything? Did I say that?
No, but you're sitting here saying that he's not impressive.
No. I'm talking about the game was not impressive to me. That's mine.
okay, I want to listen. I want you to say exactly what you got, what your problem is with Russell Westbrook, and we're gonna go forward with that.
Well, Westbrook?
Yeah, because that's what the topic is about: is Westbrook and the Clippers.
Westbrook he's not. His game is not translating to this time's game. It's not. He cannot shoot. He turned over the ball too much. He runs 100 miles per hour trying to do whatever he want to do. He's not. He's been on the team. They lost every game.
But
He was doing the same thing with the Lakers. So who's the problem? He's the problem. If you look at it, that's all I'm saying.
The Lakers are still losing.
John, come on. Just be realistic.
I am. Are they still losing? They're supposed
They're
to be
losing
better.
because LeBron's not playing.
Since Russell Westbrook
LeBron's not
left-
playing.
Since Russell Westbrook left, 1, that's supposed to make them better. 2, they got a better roster around them. And they lost one player,
But-
LeBron. So you still got.
He's
so
not
one is the
playing.
All-star. I know. I said one person is gone. LeBron.
But
he
he's
don't go to be fair.
But he's the best player on the team. Like, period. You know that. Come
I'm
on.
not saying he ain't, but you're trying to make it seem like just because Russell Westbrook was there, they were losing. This is what you said.
He was a part of the losing because he turned over the ball way too
Now
much.
he's gone.
How many? Okay, hold on. How many turnovers did he have?
Cause the popcorn ready,
What-
fellas.
How many turnovers?
Which
did he-
one? Which game we talking about?
I'm talking about the game last night. That's the game you're talking about? The game they lost last
He
night?
made a crucial turnover at the end of the game. That's the problem. A
Okay.
stupid turnover.
So,
That's what I'm saying. That was stupid.
Okay, so
That's
how many turnovers you think he had last night in total?
I don't know.
He
Okay,
balled
so-
out last night, didn't
Yeah, they played last night. So he had
he? I'm
five.
saying he balled out though, right?
Huh?
Did he ball out last night?
Yeah, he had 27 points, 10 assists, and 2 rebounds. He was 12 of 16 from the field, 1 and 2 from 3. I
Yep.
think numbers.
That was good.
That was a good game. If you look at the stats, you see what I'm saying? That's why I call my boy Stat Central. If you look at the stats, it looks like he had an awesome game.
But that's not an everyday.
That sounds good.
But that's not an everyday thing for Russ, though. To shoot that well, for one, then two, he had 10 assists with 5 turnovers. Normally, it's opposite. He normally have a lot more turnovers than assists. But
You're absolutely right.
he had a good game. He didn't.
That
he
was-
scored over 5 times.
That was a good game. I absolutely agree, but he caused them to lose the game. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fair.
Right or wrong? Did he do that?
I didn't see the game, so I was watching the Golden State game.
But I
Hey,
thought it was
so-
a team game. I don't think one player caused them to lose the game. I'm pretty sure a lot more players had
Go-
turnovers. A lot more players
look,
did
no,
stuff.
no.
Not just-
He had a crucial play at the end of the
I know,
game.
I saw it.
Okay.
But look, how do you get to that close of the game?
See, so Sean, now I do agree with. I kind of agree with both of y'all. So,
You
but
can't
in
just blame it on
before
one
I say
person
this,
just because you don't like them.
in fairness to Westbrook, he is playing for a new team, and it's going to be some issues, getting things together. But on one end, like when Kobe and them take over the end of the game, we act like the rest of the 47 minutes don't matter. So, in his point, if he made a crucial turnover, then you got to treat it the same way you do those other 47 minutes when Kobe and somebody make a last-second shot.
Which is fair. Like, but you can't just highlight this one specific play.
Ain't right.
I mean, but that's kind of
He
what we
played,
do,
but
though.
listen, he had an amazing game, the whole game. The rest of that until the end, he made one bad thing,
Yeah.
turnover.
But that's
what about
that's
when-
all I'm
okay,
saying.
what
He
about
caused
when
them to
this
lose.
person- but wait, what about when they were up 2 points, right? And that person who was defending the person didn't block the shot or didn't stop him from scoring. Whose fault was that? Was that Russell Westbrook's fault?
See, I ain't gonna lie, I agree. The whole game matters, not just at the end.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. So you can't blame just Russell Westbrook because he wasn't defending the person that scored. We was already up. We were winning. Now it's my fault because you couldn't stop your man from scoring. Now we lose.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if you put it that way, yeah, you're
Okay.
right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You got to look at it all. You can't just say, "Oh, he fucked up the game because he made a turnover."
Hey, but like so.
But it was a crucial turnover. That's all I'm
I
saying. That caused.
And that was a crucial
Hey,
defensive stop.
Hey, so did y'all
We
see
winning.
the little thing they did with Chris Webber and put him on there with Detroit and stuff when he called the timeout because the dude from Detroit calls one?
Yeah, Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, so but at the end of the game though, they always gonna blame the last play. Like Chris Webber, even though he had a whole game, they always blame what happened at the very end.
Yeah, who does that? The media. But when
Right.
you go back and watch tape, what do the coaches do? They break down the game like, we fucked up here, we fucked up here, we fucked up here, we fucked
Right.
up here. They don't just say, "Oh, that's what lost us the game, that last play." They don't do
Yeah,
that.
I agree with that though. I agree with you on
This is what I'm
that. To
saying.
me, the whole
We
game.
talking, this is what I'm saying. We talking basketball. We got to talk like we back there with them. We ain't just gonna say what the media is saying. Oh, that's what caused them the game. That last little play. Nah, look at the whole damn game. Everybody missed assignments. Everybody was throwing the ball away. Everybody was missing shots.
Okay.
So what about the game before when he had how many turnovers?
Hold on, before, let me finish though. Let me finish this real quick. So last night, the Clippers was 19 of 27 from the free throw line. Those are free points.
Right.
So you take those almost 8 points off the free throw line, they win that game.
right.
Easily.
Yeah.
So that's what I think that's the point me and Sean trying to make and Ron trying to say is that yeah, he did have a crucial turnover at the worst part of the game, but if they make those 8 free throws, it's not even a game. They automatically
Right, but the media is gonna make it look like, oh, it's Russell Westbrook why they lost. He's on the team now, and he made that crucial play. Okay, let's look at everything else.
Right. Don't look at just that one particular part.
Take his 27 points away and see where y'all would have been at.
Yeah.
Since he's not really a scorer no more.
But the thing I argue with y'all about, they was winning some games before he got there.
I
But it's
agree.
not,
They lost 5 games straight.
but it's not him.
Who is it?
Okay, this is the problem. It's a new player on the new team, right?
We get that.
They
Right.
want to adjust to each other's games. So you have
Yep.
a certified scorer in Kawhi Leonard and a certified scorer in Paul George, right? So now they're trying to figure out how to work with this other piece. So that's why I personally wouldn't have put him in the starting lineup. I would
Right.
have him off the bench like the Lakers did, because now
Agreed.
all three of them trying to figure out how to adjust their games around each other. When you can
Right.
just put Paul George and Kawhi in the starting lineup and let them play like they've been playing, as opposed to them trying to adjust to Russ's game. Let Russ come off the bench and be Russ.
Right.
That's just me.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember when I first said that with the Lakers. And only not that he's not a starter, because I think he's still a starter in this league, but certain teams he's not a starter with. I know Westbrook has been blasted, but I ain't gonna lie. I don't think Westbrook is as big of a problem as the media try to make him out to be. Now he had a bad stretch when shots hit off the backboard, but when he was with the Lakers last year, he was the most consistent Laker. You know, he played in most of the games, and you know, I respect how hard he go, but he is turnover prone. I ain't gonna lie. I agree with you on that. And it's like he's never learned how to play the position because he haven't, you know, learned how to go more than 100 miles per hour. Like you say, I agree. He should have been at a different point, but now that the Lakers got him off the bench, I think he played really well. And I agree with you, Don. The Clippers should have put him off the bench as well, because when you got 2 scores, you don't need another score. You just need somebody to facilitate. I wouldn't put him, you know, like I let him go with the second line because they still got Bones Highland, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he hurt?
No, he's playing.
I don't
But-
know.
But then, you know, Kawhi Leonard wasn't playing last night again. So who's that to blame? Russell Westbrook too?
And see, you know, that's what I was about to say. I did forget that point. So the biggest problem with the Clippers is Paul George, mostly Kawhi though. They in and out the lineup.
Right.
So it's hard to get some continuity, you know, with the system when they constantly in and out. So to me, that's the biggest problem with the Clippers. But if they actually get healthy and start playing, they will be a problem.
Yeah, I agree.
guarantee you, if Kawhi Leonard was playing last night, they wouldn't have lost.
But because he sat out, and another player who make a lot of turnovers that never really get talked about, shouts out to Steph Curry.
No, I've said that before, though. Me and you both talked about that.
Yeah, he turns over the ball an awful lot, but
do.
he's able to make up for it.
Right.
Talk about it.
He's definitely turnover prone. And that was my knock on him in defense. But he turned the ball over. But on offense, though, it's kind of hard to say anything bad about him.
Exactly. All right, so now, Rome, we coming to your hometown.
Oh, yeah.
What is going on with Ja?
Ja, to me, he's young and dumb, you know, like we all were at one point in time. But to me, he's trying to be something that he's not. Ja's got over $250 million to his name. He's hanging around the people he grew up with. And he's stuck in the middle of trying to keep it real with the people he grew up with, even though that's not his lifestyle. I don't personally understand him. I think the Grizzlies needs a veteran around him, and his dad ain't gonna lie. I think his dad is part of the problem because if you got a dad in your life, he should be like, look, you need to chill out. You need to do something. And he's at the game. His dad is enjoying life. I think his dad is living vicariously through him. He's at every game. You know, he's like a little celebrity himself, and he's enjoying it. But I think as a man, he needs to tell, like, son, you're looking bad right now. You're in a position that we all wanted to get from. You know, you put us all in a good position. It's time to move forward and do something different. I've heard that he got suspended quietly for 2 games. I don't know if y'all heard about that or not.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, so he had a quietly 2-game suspension, and then today he on the internet showing the gun again. I saw that, before I logged on today. But I think part of it is young and dumb, but another part of it is being around the wrong circle, group of people. And even as a like Don or Sean, if y'all were my meal ticket, even you issue, and I see on the news and I know that I'm eating because of you, I'm gonna be like, dude, we need to do something different. So to have these ignorant friends that keep pushing it on, and no, keep being hood, keep being you, you just real, you blah blah blah, whatever case it be. They just as bad as, but I can't blame anybody more than his dad because y'all is young and dumb at this point.
I can agree with you on that because, like you're saying, he's young, but his dad ain't. He should know better at this point in time. So the young part, yeah, but his dad should be handling. But I should blame the NBA. Where are y'all stepping in to really grab and mentor these people when they coming in like this? Y'all know what they about to do with all this money. Y'all know they getting this money. You know what kind of lifestyle they want to live. You see it online all day now. It's totally different now. You know what I'm saying? You see the lifestyles that they live and they showing it. Back in the day, we don't really know. You know what I'm saying? We hear, vicariously through people. Nowadays, they showing it. They everything that they doing. You know what I mean? Everywhere that they go, and you can pretty much follow them wherever they going and see what they doing. So the NBA should have been stepped in and say, "Yo, how are we going to mentor these youngins coming in with all this money? And who are we going to put?" Every team should have some kind of veteran. It should be minimum in the team, whatever contract or something. You need to have a veteran of this stature, this age, has been there, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know what I mean? Some kind of
Haslam, like you to put up there.
Yeah, something like that. You know what I mean? That could at least, grab these little motherfuckers and they don't have to respect him, you know what I mean? Because they ain't gonna try to box you down as Haslam, you know what I mean? So shut the fuck up and just listen. Someone that's gonna grab him like that and really, bring him in. Because like you saying, he going down the wrong path quick. And he's too good for that.
And see, Don, Sean, too, you just said something. I've been saying they need a veteran preference. T. Magnum talked about it over the summer. He's been on a crash course for a while now. It ain't just happening now. But the thing, too, and I'm not even trolling him now right now, but that's what, I've been trolling y'all, ain't gonna lie, but with Jeffrey and what he went through, he didn't face this kind of pressure and being in the social media trouble, like, with being, doing like when he was gambling and stuff, because nothing now is hidden. Like basically everybody got a camera 24/7. And so I think that pressure would be a problem for him today versus, if this was like Ja back in their time, all this stuff would be covered up and we would never hear about it. Only the people that's important would know. You see what I'm saying?
That's true. I agree with you.
Yeah, so but that's all, that's a part of what I was saying. But Don, go ahead, man. I mean, cut you all issue off.
Oh no, it's fine. All I was gonna say was that I think his dad has to pull him in and stop be like his man's. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you messing this money up. Like the money that you about to get, you about to mess it up. And you don't want to mess that money up before we get to it. And so I think his dad should, pull him in and say something like, yo, you need to cut it out. Because if you know what I'm saying, this could jeopardize everything. And we don't really need that right now. So, and I do agree with Sean, like they do need to have a mentor, like an older stature person on the bench. Because you giving these cats this cash out the break. And they already can do whatever they want because they already know. So they don't have any limits because nobody's going to tell them no. And in my opinion, I think that's a self-destructive way to be in life. If nobody's going to ever tell you no. Yeah. Go as far as you're going to go. And they're not going to try to stop you. And I think that's the messed up part because it shouldn't have to come to that where he almost has to die or he almost has to go to jail before somebody step in and like, yo.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's on that path. Because at some point, he ain't going to be able to get out of it. So you might stop him before you get to that point. So
I agree.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah. And Don, too, like the veteran preference, I said that over the summer. I heard T. Magnum say it. So a lot of people see it. Also, that know you saying that is a big deal. But what he don't realize, too, is he was going to be marketed as one of the up-and-coming stars for the league. He's messing that up. On top of that, he's killing future endorsements.
That's what I was talking
about. Yeah, if he don't have it now, like who would touch him right now if he don't already have it? Luckily, he had that Nike deal already. If he didn't have it, they would steer clear from him right about now. I would.
Yeah. Go ahead, Issues.
I have nothing to say about him. He's a knucklehead. That's all. I mean,
but you gotta look at it for what it's worth too. We all did dumb stuff. It's just
Right.
out
yeah.
wasn't on camera. 'Cause
Right.
that we was doing back then. So I mean, I don't fault him for it. That's part of growing up. But
Right.
we wasn't making that kind of money he making either.
Right.
And
It's the circle you keep around him at the end of the day.
agree.
That's it.
But he got his father, and a father should make a big difference to a young man.
I
You would think.
yeah.
And when he got kids, shit, himself.
Yeah, like I think there's a difference between a dad and a dad. If you know,
Yeah.
like, yeah, he my dad, but your dad is gonna step in when you cross that line and be like, yo,
Mhm.
you messing this up. Like you need to cut this out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if his dad is that way.
You don't.
Huh?
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know him, but I don't think his dad is that way. Where he's like, yo, I'm putting my foot down. You ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. This is all we're gonna do is basketball. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's that type of dad.
Right.
He's not like when Ja made the first All-Star game. I don't know if they were smoking or drinking together on the plane. Like, he out drinking. They were showing it. I like the fact that y'all enjoy success a certain kind of way, but at some point, your mindset got to elevate. You're not broke anymore.
Right.
You're a whole other category. You made it out to where everybody want to be. Like, the goal is to get out the hood when you're from the hood, if you're truly from there.
Right.
Like, we don't want to be around the ignorance. We don't want our kids around the ignorance. The goal is to be in a peaceful and quiet environment. And like in Ja, like, I think the circle is his biggest problem. I don't know if they really hood and he's trying to be something that he wasn't. I have no idea, but he's definitely not that type of dude, though.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. If he keep on going the way he's going, he gonna be on the Dave Chappelle show when Keeping It Real goes wrong.
Mm-hmm. But like you said, like that getting somebody in trouble, talking to women, man, women don't understand this. Like, I used to date a couple women have kids, and you can't tell them nothing. Like, you try to tell them, it's kind of hard to date them, but you tell them you can't give these boys and these kids everything they want, because when something happens to you, nobody else is going to do that.
No, not at all.
They're not going to be prepared for the real world. But,
Oh,
but Ja, I think his pops plays a part. Like y'all say, friends, they need some better leaderships. All that goes hand in hand.
True.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
let's go into this one. Who y'all think is gonna come out who's gonna play in the Eastern and Western Conference Finals? You gotta give me two teams, not one in the possible. Two teams. I know how certain people go around here. Jerome. Because I'm gonna write this down. That's what I need to know. Dang, don't know everybody speak at once.
Who we starting with?
You, whoever. You just pick your two teams in the Eastern and
So
Western.
two teams in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals.
Yes, sir.
All right, hold on. Let me look at the standings.
All right, while you looking, I'm gonna say the East. I got Milwaukee and Boston.
All right.
That's the sounds politically right. That's what I would say too. But
So then who
Who
do
did
the
you
he
say?
East seems, just seems, like it's just those two teams. I mean, Philly could do it too, but I don't trust them.
Who'd you pick, GPS?
Boston and the Bucks.
To meet in the finals.
Yep.
I'll stick with Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee. I'm going with Philly. I'm stick with Philly still.
Okay.
I think
Hold
Joel's
on.
hungry.
Yeah, it got to be Boston and Milwaukee. Got to be.
Yeah, those are the
'Cause,
best teams. I mean, shit.
Yeah, those are the best teams.
By
Like in
far.
the East, like I don't see like the Knicks, the Cavs.
Nah, they ain't ready.
Philly's the only.
Yeah.
Philly's the only team, like you said, that could like make some noise that I see. Like they could take out either one of them number one seeds. I could see.
I agree with
Yeah, I
that.
don't think anybody else can either.
Right. What about yourself, Don? Who you got?
I'm gonna go Philly and Bucks.
Okay, you purposely picking against your boys.
Yeah, but you know why?
Nope.
When you
Okay, I'm
pick,
about to tell you.
they're
I'm about to tell you why. Since you want to know why, I'm about to tell you why. Okay, the reason why I'm picking against them is because they last night was a prime example. They was up 27, 28 points, and they lost the game. So to me, that means they don't have their full concentration on the game. So therefore, to me, I'm not picking them until I know for a fact that they're going to be all in. And I don't think they're all in right now. Now, it could be because Jason Tatum was ready to hit the club. I don't know. Could be.
Oh yeah, it was his birthday, huh?
Yo. They got up party a little too early.
And in the West, I'm just gonna talk some my shit, and it's gonna be a hot take. And Sean, you could goddamn tear this up as much as you want. Phoenix and
What's that got to do with me?
because I cannot wait for you to just start sending little troll shit. So
You must like
Phoenix,
that.
I do. I like you enjoy me, bro. You get me through the day. The Warriors and Suns in the conference finals.
Warriors and Suns.
I like the Suns.
Write it down. Look at him writing it down. You writing it down, son?
No, I'm looking at the standings.
Oh, I was like, damn, this nigga's writing it down.
It's on video. Like I tell you, go do your research. It's on video.
All right, so
Okay.
you say you got the Warriors and the
That's how it
Suns.
works.
Warriors, Suns, yeah, conference finals.
So the crazy part issue, I got the Suns in, and Don, I'm doing your possible right here. Only because, like, so
They're gonna meet though. Is the crazy part. But go ahead.
the Clippers without Steph Curry.
You
And
said
so
what?
the game that I saw with the Warriors play, it looked like they finally, everybody was kind of getting it together. Like the young guys finally learning their role. If that happens, the Warriors will be trouble. But in the Clippers, if the Clippers could stay healthy, I would shoot them in. So I'm torn between the Clippers and the Suns for me personally because of the health of both teams.
Yeah.
The Clippers, they're gonna have a uphill battle. They at the bottom. They're gonna have to fight it out. The Warriors and Suns, they at the top. And I just think they're gonna keep climbing. So because I don't think
I see the Suns moving up. I see Memphis moving down and
me
Sac.
too. And Steph Curry about to be back. I think is it tomorrow? I think he coming back. So
Yeah, I think
Come
so.
back tomorrow.
man, and Clay been looking like Clay.
Right.
So,
And I ain't sold on Denver though. Denver, looks good on paper, but I'm not sold on them all the way yet.
Yeah, they just gotta show us. They gotta prove us wrong. That's it.
Right.
but
Y'all see-
I think
y'all
they're gonna
see-
have the easiest road. That's why I say Denver. Because at the top, they're gonna have the easiest road. They ain't gonna have to take out nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
In the they're gonna have to play a good team. So you got the Clippers, Golden State, Phoenix, and Denver. They're gonna have to play one of them teams to get to the finals though.
Yeah, at the end, that's what I'm saying. Towards the end, but
Right.
they're gonna have an easy road to get to the finals. I think.
Right, true.
Hold on. It cut out. Who did you say wrong?
Top 4 teams in the West, Denver.
No, I'm saying who you picking?
I got Phoenix,
This joker keeps starting over, man.
and I'm torn between Golden State and Clippers right now.
You said who?
Between the Warriors and the Clippers right now, I'm torn between those two. But if you force me to pick one, I'm gonna say Warriors right now.
Okay. And who you
Yeah.
pick, John?
I think we all agree on the Warriors. I'm gonna go with Denver.
Okay.
Sticking with Denver.
I think I'm gonna go with issues. I think I'm gonna go Suns Warriors. Or actually, I'm gonna go Suns Nuggets.
Yeah, it just depends on how they all finish off because they might knock each other off. But go ahead.
Nah,
Yeah.
So it's hard to predict. So
that's
Right.
the it is.
yeah.
So
Yeah. If
that's
we
why I'm
get
gonna
right,
pick the
we
Suns
get
Nuggets.
Sean gets. I
In the
told y'all
East,
niggas,
I'm gonna go
who's right?
with
25 games ago, I told you they was going to the finals. Don't talk to me about basketball no more.
It's facts though, right?
Man, y'all funny as hell, man. I was tripping in them comments.
It's funny to me that
So ask your
somebody had
question
me
now.
dying, bro.
Well, ask you a question now.
What's the question? What question?
You be saying all this stuff that I be saying. Ask them. They all here.
Okay, I got a couple questions. Okay. Who's your favorite player?
Who's?
Nah,
Pippen.
ask them.
That's that.
Yes, you
Who's
can
his
ask.
favorite player? We talking about today's game. Today's game. Who's his favorite player?
Overall, Pippen. I don't know about today's.
who mine?
No, don't, Sean.
Suns.
Now, is it Russell Westbrook?
No.
Who is it? The only two players I see you post all the time is Westbrook, Ben Simmons, and James Harden. So which one?
So let me explain this to you once again. Now,
Well,
it's gonna be a so listen, the reason why I post about Ben Simmons is because of what you said. Do you understand that?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Now, the reason why I say about James Harden is because what you said about KD. When you said KD was the best scorer, I was posting how James Harden was the top scorer all these years that you were saying KD was. And I was proving to you because I showed you the facts, the stats that you don't care about. So that's why I was saying you cannot tell me KD's a better scorer when this dude is leading the league and scoring every fucking year that you're saying.
So
That's why I post about it.
So I issue
Oh.
his favorite player today might be Steph Curry today. If you talking about today,
Oh, Steph Curry.
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So now.
But to answer,
Is he a
to
winner?
answer what
Is
you-
he
so
good?
I do agree with you. I think KD's the best scorer we've seen. But
That's period.
I mean, sometimes I think stats lie, and the reason I say this because KD played with Golden State for a couple of years, where you got to even distribute between three people, versus James Harden was a one-man show. So of course his number's gonna be better.
Okay, so when he's with the New Jersey Nets, it's the same thing. He's putting up the same numbers. This is why I say, and let me clear this up for this dude. What did I say about KD? Did I say he needs to score 40 to 50 points every night?
That's what I took.
Is that what I said?
Can y'all please help
Is that
me?
what I said?
On every given, what do you? Okay, so
let me
this
explain
I'm
it
not
to you
gonna.
once again. So let me explain
So
it to you.
on every listen, hold on, Sean, hold on. I got you. Listen, I'm gonna say my part, and can y'all please answer me honestly? So when somebody says 35 not enough, you need to score 40 to 50 on any given night. What does that mean to you?
No, what he was saying was simply.
No, don't clean it up. Don't clean it up.
I'm not cleaning it
No,
up.
don't clean it up.
So this is
No,
what
I don't
said.
want him
So
to
let me
clean it
tell you
up.
what I
Don't
said.
clean it up. That's all I'm saying. Don't clean it up. Say what you would take from that.
But it
No,
can mean
what
whatever
you
it
would
means.
take.
Let me tell you what it means. You can laugh about it all you want. Let me tell you what it means. Let me tell you what I was saying.
man.
It could be funny
Because
all
y'all
you want.
you didn't give him a chance to answer though. Let them
Go
answer.
ahead and answer.
Okay.
And don't clean it up. So if he said that, what does that mean to you? If you heard somebody say that, say at the barbershop, getting a cut, 35 not enough. That nigga needs to start. Hold on.
What I said.
30 to 35 not enough. 30
Okay.
35 not enough. I need him to score 40 to 50 on every given night. What would you think?
That's not
In your
what I
right
said.
mind.
Go ahead.
He did tell us what he meant by it though.
Exactly what he's saying is Kevin Durant could have 30 points in the first half, As opposed to him going for as many points as he could get in the game, he's going to tap out at a certain point. He's only going to give you maybe 38 to 45. That's it. As opposed to him trying to reach 60 of this 30 he already scored in the first half. That's all he was saying. He wasn't saying it like he can't get it. He was just saying that he won't try to put up more points to get it. He's going to hit it, and that's it.
I understand that. But y'all avoided my question. You did a little slick shit. If you heard what he said, I played for other people. They said different. They're like, damn, that don't make sense. I played for other people, so I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
Like, damn, I can think whatever you're saying without content. I can say,
but if I play the video and they see what he said, what would you take from that? That's the question I'm asking.
But if you hear me talk about KD all the time, you would know this is what I'm saying. Watch the videos of when I talk about KD all the time. What do I say? Do your research. This is what I say. Do your research. They're all on video. When I say about KD, how I talk about him, and what I mean about how he plays.
So he plays. Because you don't I want to hear what you got to say, Ron.
So I will say, I do get where you're coming from, and I asked him that question, and he explained it the way what Don was talking about. He told us that he taps out. He said he'll get to a certain point and stop. But I asked him the same question. I don't know if you caught it, and that was his response.
And how many times have I said this?
But so too though,
multiple.
I think the reason it happens is because KD's not a natural ball hog, and he's not going to keep shooting with double teams on him. Like once the team.
Thank you.
But look,
thank you.
Okay, and that's fine. No one said nothing wrong with that. All I said is I don't want a player like that. I can't have.
So you don't want a player that's going to average 30 points a game? You don't want that on your team?
Okay, listen. James Harden, how many points did he average?
Well, he was
35.
He was averaging that many points, but they didn't win shit. That's what I'm saying.
So you're asking me a question. Would I like this kind of player? Let me explain. James Harden averaged 35 points. Sometimes he went for 60. Yes, I would like him on my team. But listen, when he's on a better team with better people around him, he could win.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, KD was on a goddamn all-star team. Who couldn't win?
That's okay.
How hard is it to win with an all-star team? This is what I'm saying.
So the Brooklyn Nets team they put together wasn't good enough for him to score that many points.
Did he score that many points?
Did James do it? Did he do it?
I'll say this, Kevin.
James, listen. GPS just said this. What happens when KD went to went to Golden State? It was more balls to go around, more people had to shoot. So his points are going to go down. And you disagree.
He's not a ball hog. That's what he's saying.
You disagreed with that. Did you disagree with that? You
that
disagreed what he just said about when KD went to Golden State. He's not going to get as much as points. So stats do lie.
No, he was averaging 30 and.
All right.
What was he averaging?
No, all right. So this is never end.
What was he doing? What happened to KD? Did he just fade off? Like he was the same player. He can go anywhere and be the same player. He's gonna give you 30 points. He's not gonna ball hog. He's not gonna shoot every shot. He's never gonna give you 60 to 70 points. He's not doing it.
This is what I'm saying. My exact point. That's all my point was. He's not gonna give me 67 points. That's it.
But you don't want to play him like that. That doesn't make sense.
That's my only point. That was my only point.
So who do y'all have as the MVP? Is Joker the odds-on favorite to win MVP for the third year in a row?
No.
And one other
the way he's been playing with these triple doubles as well as being number one in the West, well, number one in the league, period, I say yes.
And without
Embiid should be the MVP.
No. Without him, they don't win. Just take them
with him.
They're terrible with them off the floor. With Embiid off the floor, they can still win games. With Joker off the floor, they can't win games. It's facts. Why are you laughing?
Oh man!
It's proven facts. Do you want me to show you the stats?
Huh?
I do want to say this while I'm thinking about it before we finish up on Joker. So I wouldn't take not in one scenario would I take Harden over KD. KD's never had his own team to just shoot and shoot like that. But I wouldn't take Harden or KD at any
So
time.
where was James? I mean, where was KD just playing at?
He was in Brooklyn.
With who?
He had Kyrie before they.
And where were they at? How many games did they play together?
When they got hurt, he was killing.
How many games did they play together?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know the number. It wasn't.
That's what I was saying. Before he got hurt, there was winning. That's the thing.
But
That's what I'm saying. See, he keeps bringing up Ben Simmons.
Oh my God! My
But
point is, he just said KD never had a team to himself.
Not
He was
for a
just
whole
on
season.
Brooklyn by
Not for a whole
himself.
season.
He didn't have
No,
no
for a
help.
whole did he for the whole season?
He didn't have no help.
But
It
Don,
was
the reason
KD
I
by
went back.
himself.
The reason I went back to this though, right, is so with Harden having that good season, everything that you picked, he was one of the last people. Like when the All-Star games, ever since the players been picking, he's one of the last players to get picked. And I thought about that with Joker. The same thing with Joker. With this All-Star game, he's one of the last players to get picked. Like so, James dominated the ball. Players don't want to play with him. Like, you know, a lot of the different styles, they're not really trying to play with him. And Joker, I'm assuming it's defense because offense, he don't have a weakness. But he was the last of the All-Stars pick too, and he's an MVP of this year.
Okay, so I mean, what are we saying? I mean,
I think
Those are padding stats. Like they be padding stats. I mean,
I look at it like people say he padded his stats. In order for him to get that, he still has to be physically enough to go and grab the rebound. Even if you say padding stats, okay, cool. But
Why don't everybody do it?
Huh?
If they pass stats, why don't everybody do it?
that's what I want to know.
they could do it. That's what I'm saying.
So for me,
I
If
think
I'm
they
more
do
aggressive
do
to
it,
get the
but
rebound than you are, that falls on you. If you obviously you ain't want the ball.
hey, so Don, this the reason I said all that and brought those things up is to me. So as fans, we see the game different from players. So when you the first pick amongst your peers, I think it says a lot more than when the fans pick you, right? So to me, although he's a triple double machine, the player still don't value him the same way that we as fans.
That's fine. I mean, that's okay. But I'm telling you, y'all acting like these players can't be good on teams when you build a great team around them.
I'm not saying that though.
Like these players aren't going to be killing, aren't going to be
But-
doing this. You take KD and put him in a situation with nobody around him, he ain't going to win shit. As we just seen, you got to have a team around him. You got to have great people around him.
we
To
don't
win
know. Don't say we don't know.
We
Go
don't know.
ahead.
We just seen it. He just got his ass beat 4-0.
They did
We
not
don't know.
play. They did not play together.
But
Did
when
they
you,
play
This
together?
happened when he played against Boston.
are you talking when you say win shit? Are you strictly talking about a championship?
Huh?
When you say don't win nothing, are you strictly talking about a championship?
Yeah, if you don't have a good team around you, you ain't gonna win shit. You gonna win regular season games. You ain't gonna win no playoff series because you
Right.
need a team around you.
Right. I
We
agree.
all
with that.
know this. Like,
But at the same time, be realistic. Kyrie was flaky. Ben Simmons in and out the lineup.
so
Just be real about the situation.
let's be
Don't
real.
talk
Let's
about
be
that
real. Okay,
bullshit. Like
let's be real.
that
Let's
like
be real.
then you have players
Let's
in
be
and
real.
out hurt.
Kyrie,
Just be
why was
real.
Kyrie not playing? Because they suspended him. It wasn't Kyrie's fault. It was their fault. Don't blame that on Kyrie. COVID-19 was Kyrie's fault. He could play everywhere else. They didn't want to let him play. Don't blame that on Kyrie.
Did it happen though?
But
We're not
you
talking
can't
about that
blame
year.
Kyrie.
What about last year? This year?
This year,
They were
what
actually
happened?
hooping.
They suspended him for posting shit. You can't blame Kyrie for that.
Before Kyrie got hurt, they was hooping though.
They was hooping. They were on a winning streak. They was playing
You can't
good
blame
ball.
Kyrie for something that he had no control of.
But the reason why KD left is because of Kyrie.
Okay, but you're blaming Kyrie because something he had no control of. How would you stay with your employer if he tells you, nigga, you ain't coming to work and I ain't gonna pay you?
I wouldn't pay that nigga neither. That nigga don't show up.
Why didn't he show up? This is what I'm saying.
Does he not show up to the games? Does he be sitting out games? Does he be coming to all this bullshit outside of basketball? Does he do it or not?
All right.
Does he do it? Or
All right.
am I tripping?
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Look, we got to cut this out. I got to get ready for this party. We having the 70s party for moms. So you fellas, y'all have a great day. And next week, we're gonna continue this.
Yeah, do your research. Just do
All right,
it.
You do the same thing.
I don't
Stat
need
Central. That's Stat Central. Call him Stat Central from now on.